Alrighty, and I believe we're live. Welcome everyone to the River Region AHSAA podcast. This is Josh here, and today I'm going to be going over. Today I'm going to be going over. I'm going to be doing the previews and predictions for the week 2 games. Alright, sorry about this. I'm changing the thumbnail. And we're about to get right into it, guys. Alright, so your local high school football games for week 2. Alright, so starting off on Thursday night, we have Opelika at Lanier. Opelika is currently sitting at 0-2, but they've played 2 really good football teams and they've kept it close. I think Opelika is going to grab an easy win here over Lanier. Next, we have Pike Road traveling to Carroll of Ozark. I'm expecting Iverson Hooks to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 passing and 150 rushing and 3-4 touchdowns. So I'm gonna say Pike Road wins big in this game. And then finally we have Jackson traveling to face the Phillip Rivers coached St. Michael Catholic. And Jackson has looked really good so far. And I think Jackson grabs a win here tonight. Now coming up next we have the Friday night games. Southern Christian traveling to Evangel Christian, and I believe Evangel Christian is going to pick up a win here. All right, next up we have Lynette traveling to BB Comer, and I'm pretty sure Lynette currently the number 2 ranked team in all of 2A. The only reason they're not number 1 is because of a loss to 6A Valley, but I'm gonna say that Lynette is going to grab a win over BB Comer. Although I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think BB Comer can keep it within a 2-touchdown game. BB Comer's pretty good. Next up, we have Headland traveling to face Seminole County, Georgia. And I'm going to say Seminole County, Georgia is going to beat Headland. I just don't think Headland's all that good of a football team. We have Valley traveling to face Carver, Montgomery. And I think Carver, Montgomery is going to grab the win to open up region play for them. I think Carver is actually going to be a pretty solid team this year. Next up, we have Thompson traveling to face Tuscaloosa County. Of course, Thompson, the current number 5 ranked team in the entire country in high school football. Not the state of Alabama. They're number 1 in 7A. They're number 1 in the state of Alabama, but the number 5 team in the entire country. And I think Thompson's going to grab an easy win over Tuscaloosa County. Tuscaloosa County's obviously not that good of a team. Next up, we have Glenwood traveling to face Lee Scott Academy. And I believe that Glenwood is going to grab the win here. Alright, Auburn traveling to Prattville. I expect this to be a really good game. These are 2 really good teams. I'm going to give Auburn the edge here. I think Auburn is the best team in 7A Region 2. However, that Prattville is probably either the 2nd or 3rd best team easily. I'll give Auburn the win here. Reeltown traveling to Childersburg. I did that in my Reeltown Rebels Football Weekly episode. Obviously, I'm predicting Reeltown to win the game over Childersburg fairly easily. Elmore County traveling to Holtville. These are 2 teams that have struggled so far. Holtville had a 24-20 win over Shelby County in week 1, and then I think they lost in week 2. But Elmore County is just not good, and I expect running back Drew Pickett for Holtville to have a big night, and I'm giving Holtville the win over Elmore County. Winterboro traveling to Ragland. Winterboro's got a really good football team, and I think Winterboro is going to grab the win over Ragland. Delville traveling to Houston Academy. I think Houston Academy gets the win over Delville. Smith Station traveling to face Central Phoenix City. Central Phoenix City, I expect to grab a fairly easy victory here. And then Charles Henderson traveling to Greenville. I'm going to say that Greenville gets the win. Greenville's looked pretty good so far, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And I don't expect that to change. Charles Henderson has not looked great on offense so far. Chelsea traveling to face Briarwood Christian. Briarwood Christian has looked like a really good football team so far this year in 6A. And I don't expect them to lose this game. I expect Briarwood Christian to pretty much dominate Chelsea in this game. Northside Methodist traveling to face Slocum. And I think Slocum's going to get the win. Slocum currently the number 8 or 9 ranked team in 3A. Northside Methodist, of course, plays in the Freelance League, where they can pretty much play whoever they want. So, I'm going to give Slocum the win over Northside Methodist. Rehoboth traveling to face Andalusia. I think Andalusia with a dominant victory over Rehoboth. Andalusia is a really good football team. Gulf Shores traveling to face Spanish Fort. I think Spanish Fort gets an easy victory over Gulf Shores. Gulf Shores is 2-0, and I think they are improving this year. But I don't think they're quite there yet. Spanish Fort, obviously, a 6A powerhouse. Sweetwater hosting Marengo. And Sweetwater, obviously, a 1A powerhouse, and I think Sweetwater gets the win. Randolph County traveling to face Lafayette. I think Randolph County gets the win. I think Randolph County's got a pretty good football team. Greene County traveling to face Clark County. Clark County, I believe, is going to get the victory here. Clark County, probably a pretty good football team. Luverne traveling to face Coosa Central, and I think Luverne gets a pretty easy victory. Coosa Central, not really a great team this year. Chickasaw traveling to face Hillcrest Evergreen, and I think Hillcrest Evergreen gets their first win of the year. And I don't think Hillcrest Evergreen's a bad team. I just think they've played a really tough schedule so far. Munford traveling to face Cleburne County, and I think Munford gets the win. Escambia County traveling to face Mobile Christian. Mobile Christian, I expect them to get the win. Barber County traveling to face Maplesville. Barber County, I think, won its first game in a long time, but it was by forfeit. Barber County is not going to beat Maplesville. Maplesville with a dominant victory. Fife traveling to face Collinsville, and I think Fife is going to end up getting the victory. Fife is pretty dominant, and I don't think their reign of dominance is over by any stretch of the imagination. Vincent traveling to face Ranburn. I think Ranburn's going to get the win over Vincent. I think Ranburn is still a pretty solid team. Victory Christian traveling to face Donahoe, and I think Donahoe gets the win over Victory Christian. Saraland traveling to face McGill-Tulane, and I think I think Saraland's going to get the victory over McGill-Tulane, although this is going to be a really good football game. Beulah traveling to face Pike County. Pike County's probably going to get a fairly easy win here. Pike County, obviously a pretty good football team. Leeds traveling to face Lincoln, and I think Leeds is going to win. Leeds has looked pretty good so far, and I think Leeds has a pretty good football team. Williamson traveling to face St. Paul's, and I think St. Paul's is about to get their first victory of the year. It's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Williamson is a pretty good football team, but St. Paul's is due their first victory of the year. Ashford traveling to face Dale County, and I think Dale County's going to get the win. All right, Thomasville traveling to face Prattville Christian Academy, and I think Thomasville gets a pretty easy win. Wetumpka traveling to face Helena, and I think Helena is going to get the win over Wetumpka. I don't know if Wetumpka is really that good of a team this year. Vestavia Hills traveling to Hoover. I think Hoover gets a pretty easy win there. A.L. Johnson traveling to face Verbena. I think Verbena is going to get the win over A.L. Johnson. Lee traveling to face Eufaula, and I think Lee is going to get the win over Eufaula. Pike Liberal Arts traveling to face Hooper Academy, and I'm giving Pike Liberal Arts the win in this game. All right, Geneva traveling to face the L.A. O'Neill coached Booker T. Washington Golden Eagles, and I'm giving Booker T. Washington the victory. I think that Coach L.A. is about to get this team fired up, and I think they're going to come out and get a region victory. And I'm not sure if they got one last year. Homewood traveling to face McAdory, and I think McAdory is going to get the win. McAdory is like a pretty good team so far. Dallas County at Bibb County, and I think Bibb County is going to get a pretty dominant victory over Dallas County. Wicksburg traveling to face Providence Christian, and I think Wicksburg is going to get the win over Providence Christian. Providence Christian has not looked that good so far. Orange Beach at Leroy. Leroy playing their first game of the year, and I think they're going to get the win. Orange Beach has looked pretty good so far, but Leroy I think is just on a different level. All right. Marion traveling to face Isabella, and I think Isabella is going to get the win there. Dothan traveling to face Enterprise. I think Dothan gets the victory. Dothan obviously a really good team. Enterprise a really good team. So two really good teams from probably the toughest region in all of high school football in Alabama playing each other. All right. Trinity traveling to face Goshen, and Trinity should probably get a pretty easy victory. Goshen's not that good. Trinity is pretty good. And especially defensively, Trinity's been great so far. I actually watched the Trinity and Montgomery Academy game last night, and it was a pretty good game, but Trinity in the end, down 15-7, they get a touchdown and 2-point conversion, and then they drive down and kick a game-winning field goal. All right. Strawn traveling to face Bullock County, and I actually think Bullock County is going to get the win over Strawn here. Beauregard traveling to Talladega, and I think Talladega is going to get the win over Beauregard. Montevallo traveling to American Christian, and this might be a high-scoring game, but I think American Christian pulls it out. LaFleur traveling to face UMS Wright, and I think UMS Wright gets a pretty easy win over LaFleur. LaFleur has gotten blown out in both of their games, I think. I know they got blown out in the first one. All right, Park Crossing traveling to face Russell County. Russell County, of course, got a big win over Smith Station in week 0. And honestly, I think that I think Russell County will get the victory. All right, hold on, I lost track of my stuff. All right, Lochapoka traveling to face Billingsley, and I think Lochapoka will get the win over Billingsley. Montgomery Catholic traveling to face Dadeville, and Montgomery Catholic has looked like one of the best teams in 3A so far this year, and I think they're going to easily beat Montgomery Catholic. Abbeville traveling to face Zion Chapel, and I think Abbeville, defending 2A state runner-ups, they're going to get a pretty easy victory there. Calhoun traveling to face Highland Home, and I think Highland Home will get the victory over Calhoun. Selma traveling to face Marbury, and I think Selma is going to beat Marbury. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa traveling to face Brookwood, and I think Hillcrest Tuscaloosa will get the victory. St. James and Alabama Christian Academy. This is a huge game for both teams. Both teams are coming in 1-1 with a tough loss. Alabama Christian lost to Trinity. St. James lost to Montgomery Academy. This game is probably going to be for Region 2 and 4A, to be honest. And I think St. James is going to get the victory. I just think St. James has looked like a slightly better team so far than Alabama Christian Academy. Handley traveling to face Munford. And I think Handley will end up getting a victory there. I think Handley is about to be a pretty dominant team so far. They look dominant against Guntersville. I think they'll continue to look dominant. Cottage Hill Christian traveling to face T.R. Miller. And I think that T.R. Miller will get an easy win there. Stanhope traveling to face Benjamin Russell. And I think Stanhope gets a win over Benjamin Russell. I don't think that Benjamin Russell is going to be getting a lead in this game. Calera traveling to face Pelham. And I think Pelham is going to get the win over Calera. Sylacauga and Clay Central. This should be a pretty good game. Overall, I think Clay Central will end up getting the victory. But I think Sylacauga might keep it closer than people think. Opp traveling to New Brockton, and I think Opp is going to get an easy victory against New Brockton. All right, Notasulga traveling to face Autauga. This is a pretty big game. Both teams 2-0, and this could be Notasulga's year to actually win the region. Notasulga has looked really good so far this year. But I think that Notasulga is going to get the victory of Autauga to improve to 3-0, 1-0 in region play. All right, Hale County traveling to face Montgomery Academy. Montgomery Academy probably going to get a pretty easy victory there. Talladega County Central at Wadley. Wadley probably going to get a pretty easy victory. Viger traveling to W.S. Neal, and I think Viger gets the win. Fayetteville traveling to Horseshoe Bend. And honestly, I don't know. This game could be a toss-up. I think they're both improving teams. Overall, I'm going to give the edge to Fayetteville in this game. I think they're just slightly better than Horseshoe Bend. And Fayetteville could be a playoff team this year. I don't think the region's pretty tough with Randolph County, Lynette, and Lafayette, and B.B. Comer. But I could see Fayetteville being a playoff team this year. GW Long traveling to face Elba. And I think that Elba's going to get the victory there. Success Unlimited traveling to face Tabernacle. I'm giving Success Unlimited the win. Springwood traveling to Chambers Academy. I'm giving Chambers Academy the win. And finally on Saturday, Faith Academy at Alberta. I think Faith Academy gets the win there. Now, players of the week this week. I think that Caleb Harrell for Thompson is going to have a huge game. I think that Drew Pickett for Holtville against Elmore County is going to have a huge game. I think that Iverson Hooks might have a big game this week. And then I think that honestly, I think that KJ Jackson will have a big game against Alabama Christian. So that's what I'm looking at. For Catholic, I think Jeremiah Cobb could have a big game against Davil. So those are a few players to look out for this week. And overall, the games that I'm looking most forward to, Auburn and Prattville is the obvious one. I think that, I'm always going to be looking forward to the Reeltown game. But I'm looking forward to seeing Notasulga and Autaugaville, St. James and Alabama Christian, Carver, Montgomery, and Valley. So those are just a few of the games that I'm really looking forward to this week. Oh, and American Christian Montevallo. That's also a pretty big game. But overall, that's pretty much going to do it for the podcast this week. The podcast's never going to be that long, so I was able to go through the games pretty quickly. And coming up next, I'm going to give you my predictions for 2A, like the region predictions for 2A. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Josh from River Region AHSAA Football Podcast